Alrighty, fellas, good morning, good morning. My name's Patrouski, your host of the PokeMMO stream recap. We have a sickly PokeMMO stream recap for you guys today, stream recap 490. This is our daily stream where we cover everything PokeMMO. Here is our schedule, our list of things to do for the day. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Good morning to everybody. Let's jump into catch events. Now, unfortunately, there is no Western World. This is very rare. There's literally 0 Western World catch events scheduled right now. Actually none, which is very, very rare. That almost never happens. We do have some Chinese catch events, and these are kind of hard to find. I've always found them difficult, so I bookmarked them. They're difficult to find on the forums, and then I used Google Chrome to auto-translate them. So the translations are not the best. These are Beijing time zone catch events, but from my understanding, anybody can show up to these. So if you work an off schedule, I'm a big advocate of, like, if you're in Australian time zone, or if you are in, work like a graveyard shift, or you have some sort of off schedule, these catch events might be better for you and easier for you to get to than Western World ones. So just Google 1900 Beijing time to my time zone. Make sure you transfer that time zone and get that whatever you need, right? So let's go jump into it. This is on Saturday, April 3rd, and because of the time zone, make sure you Google ahead of time because it might actually be on the 2nd or the 4th, depending on time zones once again. But this is in Beijing time, 1900 Beijing time, Saturday, April 3rd. It's at Kanto Route 7. You have 1 hour to catch as many Vulpixes only, as many Vulpixes as possible, and then the best catch will win a shiny Vulpix. So it's good to really know about these international catch events. There are more chances for Iron Men to win RP, more chances for people to win free shiny Pokemon. Even though, like, a lot of people there will be speaking Mandarin, you should be able to still submit your entries to staff members. PokeMMO is a very, very international game. It pays. It's very good if you are bilingual or multilingual, or even just, like, for me, like, I use a lot of Google Translate, and having all of your languages in game turned on. I'm a big fan of that, going over to language and making sure, like, you can check your visible, see how mine is. I'll show it. Actually, it's cover really quick, 1 sec, but you can go over to language settings in game, settings, language, chat language setup here next to visible chat languages, and I just turn everything on because even if I don't speak it, sometimes I can translate or I can try to, like, figure it out. It's just good to have more people to communicate with, more trades, like, all that stuff is always super powerful. So back over to the catch events, but there's the shiny Vulpix catch event in Beijing time. There's a Hoppip catch event coming up Saturday, April 4th, 1900 Beijing time, over at Johto Route 48. There is Hoppip up for catch, only Hoppip, and the best Hoppip wins. The best Hoppip wins. Very simple events to explain, which is nice for the translation gap. Shiny Hoppip. I like if it's called Shuttlecock. That's awesome. Glittering, guys, a glittering Shuttlecock is up for grabs. That'll go crazy in the title. There we go. Glittering Shuttlecock. And then next up, I want to shout out again Scooty's Bounty Bonanza. This is literally just like an out of the goodness of his heart, like literally just like to incite PokeMMO players to do some fun stuff. This is he's posting bounties for certain shinies. If you don't know, in PokeMMO, if you catch specific shiny Pokemon in specific ways, you can get some free RP. If you catch a Wooper over at either of these spots in the game, you can get some 300 RP. I really like there's a bunch of ones here. You can find this over on the unofficial events page on the PokeMMO forums. I always go for the other events official forums page as well, but this one, like, I bet you someone out there right now is single encounter shiny hunting for a wild Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, or Venusaur. If you get one, you might as well take the 1500 free RP. It's one of those things, like, he's offering this is already like the second best, but usually you would egg hunt for a rare like this. But if you're gonna wild encounter hunt for a shiny Bulbasaur starter, right, you might as well get the free reward. So anybody doing this hunt, keep this in mind. Same with, like, Heracross with Headbutt. Like, some people are just doing these shiny hunts anyway. Whalmer over in Pacifila Dogtown or Evergrande City. If you're doing these shunts, you might as well be aware of these bounties so you can make some extra Pokeyen if you do get your shinies. All right, that's our daily events and news. Let's jump over to the achievement. One more thing, actually. One more news update. The legendary Inoue, who is the person who made the forum post about the ghosts hacking his PokeMMO account, he has an update for us. He said he's lucky. Yeah, the developers actually unbanned his account because it was actually ghosts that hacked his account. True. He is forced to now play PokeMMO on a Ouija board. If you want more information, that had its own video yesterday evening after the stream and after the stream recap. All right, Next up, on to the achievement showcase. If you don't know, the achievement showcase is a way for the PokeMMO community to flex their achievements, as well as hopefully give you guys some ideas and inspirations on what you should be doing today in game. One of the most important questions in PokeMMO is, what do I do today? What grind do I partake in? What do I start doing? I always compare it to endgame Minecraft, right? After what's it called? After completing the Ender Dragon, you know, what do I build? What do I do? Isn't he a botter? The ghost, it was a joke. The ghost guy didn't actually get banned. It was just a meme. Not everybody, you know, not the sarcasm wasn't clear for everybody, but yeah, yeah. Anyways, Snoif. So I love the name. Snoif got himself a completed Pokedex at 248 hours played. This is impressive, man. Like, that is a fast Pokedex completion, in my personal opinion. And then I feel bad because right, not to one up him, that's a very impressive achievement. Shout out to fucking Snoif, man. That's a really fucking sick grind. But fucking X-Regi over here, I'm butchering his name probably, fucking had to one up him and be like, yeah, I got OT Dex on 159 hours. This is ludicrous, man. New PokeMMO players are so good. I talk about this all the time, dude. New PokeMMO players are so freaking good these days. It's insane, man. This is a grind that would have taken me hundreds and hundreds, if not like 1,000 hours back in the day. Like, such a long, like, just methodical. People were just slower and just took our time. New PokeMMO players are super fucking impressive. Yeah, someone said, I've noticed there's a large Spanish-speaking community in PokeMMO. Absolutely. I actually have a new video coming out hopefully soon called, like, how many people actually play PokeMMO, and doing some calculations. Once again, I do it about once a year or something like that. I try to tell people the largest, and this is just guesstimations, I don't know this for sure, this is guesstimations based on my experience and the numbers that I can see. We do not have actual player numbers, so please take everything I say here with a grain of salt. It's just guesstimations. I would guesstimate that the Mandarin, the Chinese player base, is about like 50% of the game, and then the Spanish speaking is like 30%, and then like the English speaking is like 20%. Obviously there's like some leftover percentages there for like everybody else or whatever, but that's the general breakdown of like the three main populations of the game. The English speaking player base is like the second or third. Like, it's really important to have that perspective, because you don't see how many other trades, how many other, you know, rare items are being sold, GTL listings. Like, we don't have the full perspective of all the numbers and everything happening in PokeMMO. That language barrier sometimes keeps us uninformed, and that's why it's so powerful. I only know English, right? But it's so powerful. It is such an amazing skill to be multilingual in PokeMMO. Like, teams will literally seek out people who know other languages to help them trade with other teams. Like, that was a big deal during Shiny Wars. I talked about during the last official Shiny Wars. A big reason that Field Team 7 was able to pull out the victory was that Team Mister had a person who spoke Mandarin and was able to organize Ditto Box trades with Mandarin speaking sellers. Like, that was a bit, so we had this whole market. Like, the fact that they were able to capitalize on the Chinese Ditto Box market when other teams couldn't was a massive deal. They were able to get more Dittos and more Egg Shinies because of that. Like, it's crazy. It's cool that that still matters in PokeMMO. Anyways, next up, dude, Iron Veil, doing my first account as an Ironman and found this while looking for Dex progress. First PokeMMO, first shiny on Pokemon. This is my first playthrough. Bro is doing his first playthrough ever on an Ironman account and was just catching things to catch things for fun, and randomly ran into a secret shiny Weepinbell. That's insane. A secret shiny Weepinbell is wild. The achievement showcase is right above my is Patrouski live chat. If you're looking for the achievement showcase, it should be under the Patrouski content. It's one of the chats. Next up, Misty's water gun. New player here, almost at the end of my first month of playing PokeMMO. Wanted to show off a few achievements. I'm an ex-OSRS hyper efficient player for reference. That's how you know he's okay. We gotta prepare for stuff, right? All 5 regions are completed. Pokedex, this guy, so the other guy got the Pokedex done like a bit, and that was crazy to me, but this guy got all 5 regions done, Pokedex completed, 3 shinies before 20,000 encounters, have my Ideal Nature and Ivy Gym Rerun team, same with Cloyster for a Trainer Rerun team, Ideal Ivy and Nature Munchlax for payday farming. Like, this is, dude, oh my god, people are nuts. New PokeMMO players are insane, and I hope that we can, the old heads like me, can pass down our knowledge and help you guys a little bit. But it's really just the blood, sweat, and the tears and the effort that new players are willing to put in. You guys are fucking impressive. It's so beautiful to see. Next up, a cool little post, man. Two gamers getting 2 shiny Pikachus. Binky Cat and Inari both getting shiny Pikachus at around a similar time. I thought it was cool for them to just shout out and show some love to each other. Congratulations to both of you guys. Next up, dude, this spot is cursed. I always say Axew is one of the most unfair shiny hunting spots in I don't know why this spot is consistently unfair, dude. Holy crap. I only ever see people leave this spot with a 0 phase. I always joke around. I only ever see people leave this spot with a 0 phase shiny Axew at 13,000 encounters or 8 Woobats. There is no in between. It is, you go 8 phases or 0 phase low encounters. And this guy got one of the low 0 phases shiny Axew at 10,000 encounters. I believe this spot is also, I always forget. I'm not sure if this spot is 2080 or 50-50 these days. Someone in the comments can let me know. The Axew spot might be one of those weird ratios in terms of whether you get Axew. It's a split spot with hordes, whether you get Axew or Woobat, but you need Leppas for it as well. So crazy good RNG from Taters, dude. Congratulations to you, man. Next up, a crazy cool shiny hunting long-term achievement here from Kevin Fearon. Yo, I'm a raider and shiny hunter from Team Void. Shout out Team Void. Today I finally achieved my first long-term shiny hunting goal that I've been working on for about 2 years. 2 years. Fire has always been my favorite typing, and about 2 years ago I decided to go for all fire obtainable Pokemon through hordes, once per evolution line. It all started with a shiny Rapidash while EV training in summer 2024, and I've been hooked ever since. There are 11 total fire shinies, including split hordes like Magmar with Luxio and then Houndour with Girafarig. I got lucky and 0 phased both. Dude, today I caught Heatmore. I love shiny, underrated shiny, man. Today I caught Heatmore and completed my full fire shiny horde collection and made this graphic in paint to show all the catch dates and encounters. I'll show you a different screenshot here in a quick sec as well, but this is a cool, like, the text is a little hard to read, the white text over the, but like this looks sick. I love that he took the time to like get all the shiny sprites and like spread them out like this. Great location as well. This is over in this is at the spa, the like hot spa, I believe, or maybe no, I'm sorry, this might be in Hoenn. This is either in Lava Ridge. It might be in Lava Ridge. I thought this was the spa at Island 1 in Kanto, but I think this is actually like a Lava Ridge location. Yeah, I see the lava now. Yeah, this is somewhere over in like the Hoenn area. So really cool that he took the time to like spread all this out and do all this. You can see the Rapidash at 71k, the Ninetales at 143k encounters, and then some of the lucky ones like Houndoom at 5k, Chandelure at 5k. This graphic is really cool, man. And here is another screenshot showing off all his. I love, dude. Going for collections like this is shockingly plausible in PokeMMO, and I love people who go for all dragon shinies, all fire shinies, you know, via hordes. It's fucking awesome, dude. I think this is a really cool way to go about it. So once again, congratulations to Kevin on completing that really cool goal. And that's our achievement showcase covered, fellas. That's our stream recap intro. Hopefully you found something you enjoyed. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed, as always, and subscribe for daily PokeMMO uploads. Let's go ahead and jump into the game and do some grinding and testing today. Great question from chat. Are gambling events in PokeMMO allowed? I.e., you make an event where you pay for a ticket and the ticket that draws wins. Would that be allowed? Yeah, so yes, but with a little bit more stipulations. You have to have a staff to help host that, but you can do what's called raffles over on the PokeMMO forums. And it's not really a an event as much as a like trade corner. It's a way to like sell something. We don't see it a whole lot nowadays in Pokemon, but it used to be done a lot more. Let's say, and it's also raffles are fantastic because they're good for everybody. The seller wins more, gets more Pokeyen, and then the buyers have a chance of like getting something for super cheap. But it is gambling, so please keep that in mind, right? Let's say someone has a shiny Tentacruel, right? Let's say that shiny Tentacruel is worth 2.6 mil, okay? Instead of selling that shiny Tentacruel for 2.6 mil, right? They could instead sell, what's the math on this? Let's do 3 million divided by 100. Would that be, yeah, instead of just selling the shiny Tentacruel on the GTL for 2.6 mil, they could sell 100 raffle tickets at 30k a piece. So someone could theoretically win, and then have like a, oh, you can only buy a maximum of like 10 per person or 5 per person or something like that. You do have to get in communication with a staff member to do this. You can't just host it without like a middleman. But the staff members will help you out and will allow you to do this over on the forums. It's a way for people to make more Pokeyen when selling something. It takes more time, obviously, and have some fun. I think raffles are great. Obviously, gambling is not great, but like as long as you do it responsibly and you know what it's about, I think it's fine. Like, you know, do what you want to do. I think it's really cool that it's an option in PokeMMO, in my opinion. Wait, that's huge news. Someone said, did you see how much rare candies have risen lately? Permanent raids saved that market. Wait, and like event season ending, how much rare candies have risen lately? What were they before? Were they lower than this before? I'm used to rare candies being like 15 to 18k at like the high, like their average, but like I feel like that's just changed over the past few years, to be fair. Were they as low as like 8 or 9k during events? I feel like that sounds vaguely memorable. If anybody else, I could go check PokeMMO Hub as well for like a longer view of the price history. All right, here you go. This shows a much fuller history of rare candy prices in PokeMMO. If you are not using PokeMMO Hub's GTL tracker, by the way, and you make investments and care about the economy in PokeMMO, what do you got? It's so good, dude. So like back in, this was October 2025, rare candies were like the price that I remember them as, the 15 to 18k price points, and then event season began, which always they are brought into the game via sealed product. So like rare candies can actually be a really good investment to make during event season and then sell later on. Rare candies dropped down to 7k, 6k at times at like the low, like sevens. Like look at this over here, low sevens, 69. So like rare candies got as low as 7k. This was the Halloween event, was early November right here, and then this was the, you can literally see when the events dropped and how people were opening sealed product and selling them. So here is early, here's the Christmas event, right? This is the Xmas event, this is Halloween, and then the Lunar New Year, they might not have dropped as much. Let's see. Yeah, Lunar New Year was around here, I believe. They didn't really drop for that, and now they've been, you can even see like the yellow go from like yellow to like green over here. They're slowly rising back up. So it is, yeah, if they were like 7k back in December, up to like 13k now is a big difference a few months later. Yeah, understanding markets like this and how they operate like every year like pretty similarly is really important for investments. You can make a ton of investments like this. Wait, yo, shout out to Xanarchy. Yeah, look at the graph at the bottom, dude. Look at this. This happens every year. Rare candies might be one of the easiest investments. There are so many items like this. Investments are some of the easiest Pokeyen you can make. Look at this. Every year, man. October, they go from 18k. October, Halloween event happens, they tank. Event season ends. This is 2022. This is 2023. Look at this. 2020. This 2020. What is this? 2023. Halloween event, it's October 31st again, they tank. 2024, look at these drops every time. It's so consistent. Take advantage of this, man. It's studying PokeMMO Hub, studying the market is free money. Having patience and time and just studying research is so good, man. Hey Patrouski, how do I start learning GTL flipping? I want to learn so I can get more Pokeyen to do egg shiny hunts efficiently. I recommend starting with one market. So I have a beginner flipping guide that covers the Ditto market and learning about, like, you want to learn one market at a time. Trying to do everything at once is just too much. You'll make too many mistakes, right? So learn the Ditto economy. Look at like what IVs that might, you know, bump up. Someone might sell, for example, someone might sell a Ditto. I have a beginner's guidance on my channel if you want to see more details, but like someone might sell a 31 attack IV Ditto, you know, as the 31 attack IV price. Like this is, you know, 6,000 Pokeyen. But what if that Ditto has like 20 plus in the 3 defenses? Well, not like someone, it's really easy for someone to accidentally list or, you know, lazily list without doing enough research a Ditto like this for 6K instead of 14K. And that's obviously, if you're like an end game flipper, like you might not waste your, well, I don't know, it's like fine, it's decent. You might not waste your time on this flip, but when you're a beginner flipper, these are the flips, in my opinion, that is worth to like learn and like do the low end flips, do a ton of low end flips. So you're not risking huge amounts of Pokeyen. A 2x31 Ditto, you know, attack and speed versus one with like, let's say 2 defense stats. Not a huge margin. I mean, you could potentially buy this one. It's for 5 hours. Buy this one for 42K, maybe sell for 50K, but I wouldn't risk that personally. Let's check special defense here. Everything's properly listed. You want to be on the lookout for things that are underpriced, if that makes sense, and just kind of go through individually and just kind of do different combinations. So I have guides on that. Yeah, watch pros and learn. I always recommend Epoch. Epoch is a much better, amazing flipper. He has really good detailed guides on flipping as well and on the economy. I have to be, I'm pretty good at flipping. I haven't just done it in a long time. I'm playing the Ironman accounts. A lot of my money used to come from flipping and breeding for profit and things like that. So learn one market at a time and branch out from there. Like start with Dittos. I think Dittos teach you so much about the rest of the market because Dittos influence the price of every other egg group thing. Yeah, Zimnadine is good point. Zimnadine's super underrated. He's fantastic. Epoch and Zimnadine are great for flipping guides. I have a beginner's flipping guide I recommend, obviously, and like a few others. Flipping is some of the easiest Pokeyen you'll make ever once you learn it properly, but it's a lot of effort. It's a lot of time and energy and effort and mistakes along the way. You want to try to just minimize those mistakes if possible, but they're gonna happen. Yeah, I agree with this. I think we're in a training market. I think a lot of people are sleeping on this. I think it's a good market right now for EV training and XP training. Like people, which is really good for new players and casual players. Like anybody can EV train and XP train, right? I think it's really, really important to you can buy Pokemon off the GTL, EV train them XP, and sell them for a profit, right? You're not even like, and not even to level 100. Let's see if I can find an example really quick. I might not be able to find one live, so apologies if this is a terrible example. But if I look for like a 31 attack, 31 speed, let's go Jolly. 31 attack, 31 speed, Jolly, Gibble, Gabite, or Garchomp. This one's 81K, right? What is a, or 88K, sorry. So I could buy that for 88K. Let's see if there's, so yeah, like, it's not like a ton. EV training's really fast. EV training takes 30 minutes to fully EV train if you do it efficiently. 5 Pokemon, right? So you could buy, theoretically, 5 Garchomps for like 90K. Or a collection of others. You gotta mix up your species, to be fair. You know, don't flood it all into the one. Like some of these Garchomps have been listed for a while, right? Don't flood it all into one market. But like theoretically, you buy 5 Garchomps for 90K a piece, right? Times 5. That's 450K. You EV train all of them and level up to 50, which takes like, let's say it ends up taking like an hour to do all of that, let's say. And then you sell them for like 130K. 130K times 5 minus listing fees. Let's do like minus 50K, like 10K per. I don't know what it is. Let's do 10K per. So you're making like 100. It's not amazing. Or no, is that 200? It's like 150. It's like 100 or 150K. It's like 150,000 Pokeyen profit in like 1 hour of work, maybe less if the XP training isn't as much as I think it is, for an activity that literally anybody can do with one storyline done. Like that's pretty, like, and you're shiny hunting and you're making like other like encounter progress along the way. I think EV training and XP training is really good for new players. And even I enjoy it. I think it's fun as well. Absolutely. This is a fantastic question. As a newbie, it would mean a lot if you could explain this a little bit. As a newbie, like a lot of Pokeyen's nice. The question boiled down is what would be more power? What would be better in PokeMMO? A truckload of capital or experience? Definitely experience. That's a great question. Like someone with 1 billion Pokeyen can blow through that. And then like if you don't have, like, let's say if you give a new player, okay, 1 billion is a lot to be fair. If you give a new player 20 mil, they can blow through that in like a week. And then if they don't know how to make more, they didn't use it to make more, like now they're just cooked. And they'll you know, but you could give a experienced player 1 million Pokeyen and they'll make more than 20 mil in that week. You know, they'll flip and they'll, you know, experience definitely, and the knowledge pays off so much more in PokeMMO for absolutely. Great question. So we're talking about RP being cheap, and someone was asked about, you know, I have 7 mil Pokeyen, should I buy a 30-day donor status? It really comes down to your gameplay. If you play Pokemon like 7 hours a week, like 1 hour a day average, I think you probably should. But it also depends on, do you care about shinies, you know? If RP, so if 30-day donor status, if a 30 is 2.1, let's say 2.2, or was it 3.2? Sorry, I'm already misquoting. 30-day. It's 2.2. Wow. 2.2 mil. Okay. I'm pretty sure you make like 2.7 mil a week during Gym Reruns. So like, if that's crazy that you can buy a 30-day donor status. Yeah. A donor status that lasts for 30 days. And you will pay that off within about a week. Is that right? I'm terrible at math. You'll pay that off in about 1 week of Gym Reruns. Yeah. 1 week of Gym Reruns, and you have another, you know, 3 weeks free essentially, right? Obviously that's, you know, funny math, you know what I mean? Like it's RP being cheap is really good right now for the average player. Shiny Charms being cheap, Reamplifiers being cheap, training links. Like if you're an average player, RP being cheap is a good thing for us right now. Okay, I get this question a lot, and I feel like I can actually do a decent job off the top of the dome right now. You said, I just returned to the game. I haven't played since the Xmas event. Can you catch me up? I'm gonna try my best, okay? I'm gonna try my best. Lunar New Year event added Terrakion, Virizion, Cobalion. We also, Garchomp with Sword Stance just got unbanned this month. They're testing it. Lovely Kiss Politoed got banned in doubles / VGC. The Cup of the Year happened in PokeMMO, which was the big like PvP tournament of the year to decide the best PvP team. Amulet coin farming got changed a little bit. Meowths have hypnosis now, so we had to start using Gothitels instead of Bayonets. We did a respectful Pokemon boycott, and that was controversial, but also hopefully good. But also we didn't get a response, so it's like a, you know, mixed bag. What else? Am I missing anything, chat? No April Fool's update. There's been a lot. The 3 new legendaries. Keldeo got removed as the Unova King of the Hill legendary, and there's been nothing added. Nothing. What was the boycott about? TLDR economy. If you want to see, there's a full videos on the channel. Obviously, if you want to see details, but TLDR is economy. Is that everything, chat? I think that's most things. Dude, I appreciate you talking about this. I feel like people don't talk about this enough. You said he was the one who asked about the like recapping of what happened since Xmas. I'll be honest, optimizing my gym reruns was what burned me out of the game a little bit. I was so disappointed every time that I didn't get the perfect result. Plus doing 18k drive for Zapdos. Yeah, that'll do it too. Doing dry on a legendary hunt that hurts. But when it rotates out, right? I always try to tell people there are so many options for Gym Rerun teams. Just find what's best for you. So many people come in and ask, what's the best Gym Rerun team? And I don't think there is a best team nowadays. It's more so like, how much effort do you want to put in for how much reward? I really like a pretty chill, lazy Gym Rerun team, right? But there's other people. There's the 6 pillars. There's 7 hells. There is prehistoric 6. There's 2 Typhlosion. There's 2 Typhlosion, 2 Blastoise. Like, there are so many teams. There's like the world record strat, which is a little bit different and requires a lot more of switching items and stuff. So many teams, so many options. Just find out which one's best for you, and find out you have to. It's not, you don't have to, but like, it's good to have a Gym Rerun that you feel comfortable doing every single day. Not, you know, efficiently for 2 weeks and you burn out. Like, that's not worth it, right? You gotta stay consistent and long term about it. So I can't recommend like. Don't go the most efficient options you feel pressured to find. But also on the other end, there are some players who find the 2 Typhlosion strat so boring that it's like they hate it, and that it's actually it's better for them to do a higher end, more engaging strat, because otherwise they'd be too bored. So it's good to just talk about like, everybody's different. Just find what strat works for you, you know? Alrighty, fellas, but since I'm feeling pretty sick today, I think a 3-hour stream is what we're gonna rock with today. I will see you guys back again probably Monday, maybe a weekend stream if I'm feeling up to it, if I feel a little bit better, but probably Monday. For now, I will see you guys later. I hope you enjoyed the stream and the stream recap. Like it if you did. Subscribe for daily PokeMMO videos. I do upload every single day. You can follow me on Twitch for streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Discord's down below if you're interested in that. If you want to go above and beyond and support the channel, support the content, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal and Venmo donations do allow me to be here. For now, I'll see you guys later. Keep enjoying PokeMMO, but for now, guys, peace Reno. Yo, what's up? Outro Patrouski here, and I wanted to say thank you so much to everybody's name who is on this list. You really allow me to make the content that I do every single day, and I hope I can make it worth your guys' while and add to your PokeMMO journey. Thanks again so much for watching the entire video, and have a great day.